Hello everyone. Let's learn today how to formulate a Schrodinger wave equation for any system, any atom, molecule or ion. So our first example is hydrogen atom. First is hydrogen atom. Atomic number for hydrogen atom is 1. It has 1 electron and 1 nucleus. One electron and 1 nucleus. So let's see. Here is the nucleus with positive charge and electron is revolving around this nucleus. So let's say the distance is r between the electron and the nucleus. So the Schrodinger's wave equation in shortest form can be written as H psi is equal to E psi, or this is Hamiltonian operator. We already know this is Hamiltonian operator. Alright, now I can split this Hamiltonian operator into kinetic energy term plus potential energy term. So equation becomes E psi. Right. First thing to remember in any system is number of kinetic energy terms will be equal to the number of particles involved. So how many particles are here? We have 1 nucleus and 1 electron, total 2 bodies, 2 particles which can move, which can have their individual kinetic energies. So there will be 2 kinetic energy terms. And potential energy terms, potential number of potential energy terms will be equal to the number of interactions, whether repulsive or attractive. We have to consider all. So how many repulsions, how many interactive forces are there? Only 1, because 1 electron, 1 nucleus, they will attract each other. So 1 force. So there will be only 1 potential energy terms. So in general, we can write it like number of kinetic energy terms will be equal to, let me write it here, this will be equal to number of particles involved, right, and number of potential energy terms will be equal to number of interactive forces, means they may be attraction or repulsion both. So let's write now how to write these attractive and repulsive forces and substitute their values. So from Coulomb's law, if r is the distance, the charge on electron is E and charge on the nucleus is Ze. Right. So Coulomb's law says the potential energy of this force will be, because this is attraction, so negative sign 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Ze into E, product of the charges divided by distance between them. So this is the term, potential energy term, which we will substitute over here. And the kinetic energy term is given as minus h bar square upon 2m del square. Alright. So this is kinetic energy term, this becomes your potential energy term, and you can substitute these terms over here. So we have to find out kinetic energy terms now. So number of kinetic energy terms will be equal to number of particles involved, one electron, one nucleus. So you have two kinetic energy terms. So this will be split into two. That is because the position of both these will be different and their del operators will be different. So it means minus h bar square 2m, let's say small m is the mass of the electron and capital M is the mass of the nucleus. So this becomes kinetic energy term for electron, and second 2 capital M del n square. Del n means the position operator for nucleus, del E means the del operator for electron. So we have two kinetic energy terms and one potential energy term, which is this. Hence the equation becomes, we have T plus V psi is equal to E psi. Substitute all these values. So this will be 2 small m 2 capital M psi minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon ZE square by R psi is equal to E psi. This is the complete Schrodinger's wave equation for hydrogen atom. After writing this equation, we can apply some approximation, which is Born-Oppenheimer approximation, which says as mass of the nucleus is very large as compared to electron, the kinetic energy of the nucleus will be very small. Means this factor, when mass is large, this entire factor becomes negligible as compared to the mass of the electron. Mass of the electron is very small. It is coming in the denominator, so this term will be very large. This first term will be very large as compared to this. So after applying Born-Oppenheimer approximation, we can neglect this term and write the equation after leaving this term behind as 2m del E square psi minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught ZE square R psi is equal to E psi. So there will be 1, 2 and 3 terms after applying the approximation. Before applying the approximation, we will have 1, 2, 3 and 4 terms in Schrodinger's wave equation. So this way you can formulate Schrodinger wave equation for any system. Let us see another example. Second example is hydrogen molecule. In hydrogen molecule, we have two hydrogen atoms. It means 2 nuclei and 2 electrons are there. So we have 2 nuclei and 2 electrons. Let's say this is electron 1, electron 2, nucleus A, nucleus B. Let's say the mass of this nucleus is Ma, mass for this is Mb, for this M1, small m2 for the electrons. The distance between two nuclei is capital R, between two electrons is small r, between this is, let's say RA1, A nucleus from first electron. This distance is, let's say RA2, A nucleus from second electron. Distance of this is RB2 and this one is RB3. 1. These are various distances and masses of the electron. So first of all, we must know how many terms will be there, how many kinetic energy terms. The number of kinetic energy terms will be number of particles or identities involved in that system. So we have 1, 2, 3 and 4 particles. So kinetic energy terms will be 4 corresponding to mass of each particle. So let's write these terms first. For the first electron we have, let's say this is minus h bar square 2m1 del E1 square. Kinetic energy term for second electron will be minus h bar square 2m2 del E2 square. Kinetic energy term for A nucleus will be minus h bar square 2ma del A square. Kinetic energy term for B nucleus will be 2 capital M B del B square. So these are 1, 2, 3 and 4 kinetic energy terms. Now potential energy terms will be equal to number of forces. How many forces? First, force of repulsion between two nuclei. So this force will be, because it's a repulsion, so positive sign. So first potential energy terms will be 6 terms. First repulsion, second repulsion, first attraction, second attraction, third attraction and fourth attraction. So 2 repulsive terms and 4 attractive terms. So we have total 6 terms. So first is potential energy of A and B repulsion. So that will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Ze on first, Ze on second, charge on the second nucleus, and distance between the two is capital R. Second repulsion term between 1 and 2 electron, that will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught charge on first electron, charge on second electron, and the distance between the electrons. 2 terms. Alright. Next term is potential energy due to attraction of first nucleus and first electron, that will be repulsion. It's an attraction, so minus sign, minus 4 by pi epsilon naught charge on the nucleus, charge on the electron, distance between the two is RA1. So we have 1, 2, 3 terms. Similarly, potential energy for first nucleus with second electron, nucleus and electron. Force of attraction with negative sign, 4 pi epsilon naught Z E, charge on the nucleus, charge on electron, and distance between the two is RA2. Fourth term. Fifth term will be force of attraction between second nucleus and first electron, B1. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught charge on the nucleus, charge on the electron, RB1. And the last term, attraction between second nucleus and second electron, minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught charge on the nucleus and electron, and RB2. So we have these 6 potential energy terms: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and 1, 2, 3 and 4 kinetic energy terms. If you apply the Born-Oppenheimer approximation, you can neglect these 2 terms because these corresponds to the movement of kinetic energy of the nuclei, 2 nuclei, because mass of the nucleus is very heavy as compared to the electrons. So we can neglect these terms. Otherwise, if you are not applying the approximation, you will have all these terms in the Schrodinger's wave equation, and the equation is H psi is equal to E psi, which is T plus B psi is equal to E psi. So substitute the values of all these kinetic energy terms over here and all the 6 potential energy terms over here. So you will get a complete Schrodinger's wave equation for hydrogen molecule. In a similar manner, you can formulate Schrodinger wave equations for hydrogen molecule ion. In this system, we will have 2 nuclei and 1 electron, so the number of terms will decrease. For the helium atom also, for the helium atom, in helium you have 1 nucleus and 2 electrons, so that ways you can draw the system. For lithium ion, for the lithium ion also you will have 1 electron and 1 nuclei, but charge on the nucleus will be different, which is dependent on Z, atomic number. So that will be 3e. So charge will vary in all the atoms, and accordingly you can formulate Schrodinger's wave equation for any system.